Yo, so Father's Day vibes were strong. I wanted to take my fam out for these special milkshakes I've been dreaming about. Simple plan, right? Nah, not with Destiny. We hit the road and BAM! First stop, turn back, cause we forgot the baby's diaper bag. Then Destiny's like, we gotta stop at the post office. I drop her off, thinking, okay, milkshake time next. She comes back and says,
wait, one more stop.
FedEx this time. Kaden suddenly goes,
Dad, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Bruh, so I take him to the bushes, nature's bathroom. Destiny finally comes back and I'm like, milkshakes! But nah, she wants to take the kids to the park first. On the way there, Kaden boats off like he's on a secret mission. I'm searching everywhere and I find him pretending to be the avatar controlling the elements or whatever. At that moment, I'm like, bruh, enough! Finally, we roll up to get those milkshakes. I'm hyped, ready to sit the dream. And Destiny hits me with,
wait, one more stop.
Bruh, what's the longest trip you've had just to get one thing?
Today's May 8th, my birthday. I'm about to have the best day at school. Well, I thought I was. Brayton made this day the worst day of my life. He popped my birthday balloon, ate some of my birthday cookies, and ruined my birthday song. Happy birthday to Brayton. Happy birthday to Brayton. Then he ate my McDonald's birthday sandwich. Ah, that's it. I can't stand you, Brayton. I don't like you. You're so mean. You're nothing but a bully. So after school, the doorbell rung, and it was Brayton. Let me guess. You're here to give me my 12 birthday hits, aren't you?
Ah, birthday hits funny.
Brayton came over to give me another McDonald's sandwich. I don't understand.
You were right at school. We used to be friends. I don't know what happened.
Brayton and I just chilled on the porch and talked about when we used to be friends. Like, why did you get so mad when I knocked that stupid pencil off your shoulder?
That pencil's not stupid. You're stupid. We're not friends no more.
And just like that, we were back to square one. Happy birthday to me. One night, I was being a fat boy, eating cookies and watching Raising Dion, having a little me time, when suddenly my dog Snoop started barking. He was messing up my show, so I let him out back. Once the episode was over, I realized I left him out there. I ran in the backyard calling his name, but he didn't answer. Snoop! Snoop! I kept calling his name until I finally heard his bark, but it was coming from the scary construction site over the fence. I had no choice. I hopped over the fence and walked into the house. It was dark, it was raining, and there was nails all over the floor. But I had to be brave. I kept walking around shouting his name, but he was no longer barking. But then I started hearing small cries coming from upstairs. I didn't want to go up there because it could either be Snoop or it could be another person. I walked up the stairs really slowly, calling Snoop's name, and I found him. But as soon as I picked him up,
let's have some fun. Roblox, Fortnite, any game you want.
I ran away as fast as I could.
Where are you going? We're just getting started.
Something or someone was in there. Subscribe if I should go back and find out. I was taking Kaden to his last day of school when he reminded me that he had a half day. Last year, I forgot to pick him up on time on the last day, and he didn't want that to happen again. So, to make sure I didn't forget, I asked Alexa to set an alarm for the time I needed to leave. But Alexa was having trouble connecting to the Wi-Fi. Then I set an alarm on my phone, but I remembered that sometimes I don't hear my phone's alarm. So I went to the store and bought an alarm clock. When I tested it, it wasn't much louder than my phone. I had no choice but to buy a big speaker, connect a microphone to it, and place it near the clock to amplify the alarm sound. After that, I realized the backyard was a mess, so I spent hours cleaning it and didn't hear the alarm going off inside the house. When I looked at my watch, I realized I was late to get Kaden. By the time I picked him up, he was the last one at school. Comment below if your parents have ever been late picking you up. When I was a kid,
You ain't no kid.
my dad had one rule before school.
You better not forget or lose your house key.
Easy, right? So one day, I get home, check my pockets.
No key.
I check my book bag.
No key.
I check under the mat like a genius.
Still no key.
You know what that means? Your dad's gonna whoop your butt. I panic. Then I get an idea. If I'm locked out, I might as well have me some fun.
That's right.
So I hop on my bike and cruise around the neighborhood like I'm in a music video. Then I hit the basketball court, to get my LeBron on.
You can't shoot.
And as I was on the way to the arcade, my phone rings, and it's my dad.
Get your butt home right now.
Oh, he mad. I race back home, and Dad's standing there waiting.
Where's your house key?
Huh? It's in my book bag. He reaches in his pocket.
You mean this key? The one I found in the backyard?
That was the day I learned getting locked out is bad, but lying about it, that's how you get double locked into a spanking. So this was our first concert, and the last time I ever let a stranger near my mic. Just wait until you see what happens. Suits, we got on shiny suits. When you see that glare, just know we came to move. Oh, suits, oh, we got the shiny suits. Now catch the shine when we hit the line. All eyes on these shiny suits. The crowd's losing it. I thought we were killing it. And things got weird. Ain't gotta flex.
Smooth like that.
Everybody's watching.
You move like
Oh.
that. Oh, you're just like candy. Your love gives me that sugar rush, my love. Girl, I need it. I need it. I'm so addicted. No,
Who's this dude?
never.
Name's Damon Steele, and the crowd always remembers my name. Then he drops the mic and storms off stage. That's when we knew we had a problem. When I was a kid, my dad had one rule.
Keep the daggone TV remote in the living room.
So one afternoon, I'm watching my favorite show, and I start getting hungry. So I place the remote down, head to the kitchen, grab a little snack, and come back ready to chill again. But the remote is gone. I knew I left it there. I check on the floor, I check under the cushions, but nothing. Now I'm sweating, because in our house, if you lose the remote, that's basically a felony. Yo, what's wrong with you? I think I lost the TV remote. You better hope that dad doesn't find out. Before I can answer, we hear the front door.
I feel like watching some good old TV, and the remote better be there too.
So I hide in the closet like it's a bomb shelter, waiting for the explosion. Next thing I know, I wake up and I'm still alive. I sneak out and see Dad in the living room watching TV with the remote working perfectly. I look over at Dre and he's grinning. Where you find the remote? In my pocket. When I was a kid, I almost blew up the entire house.
You did?
So one day, I grabbed leftovers, throw them on a plate, slammed the microwave door, and smashed that 30-second button like I'm trying to win a game show. I'm waiting, humming, then I see something shiny on the plate, and it's a fork in the microwave. I reach for the stop button like my life depends on it, but before I can, sparks fly everywhere. I'm ducking and dodging like I'm in an action movie. I yank the door open,
You ain't strong.
and smoke explodes out like the microwave is mad at me.
I don't like metal. What's wrong with you?
I'm waving a towel, slapping the air, trying to push smoke out the window like I'm fighting an invisible enemy. Ain't nobody there.
Jasmine, why does it smell like burnt biscuits in here?
Dad opens the microwave and the fork is fused into the plate like a science experiment.
You must be in trouble.
You microwaved my favorite fork.
And that's when I learned if the microwave doesn't take you out, your dad definitely will.
Microwave.
I almost drowned in my hot tub. The weather was nice outside, so I decided to chill in my hot tub. I had a nice cold beverage, I was listening to music, I was living a life. But then my clumsy self dropped my drink and it splashed in my eyes. My eyes were burning so bad, I started flipping out. And then I slipped and the water seemed to drag me under. I fought to stay afloat, but it felt like the tub was trying to bring me down. I ain't gonna lie, I was scared. I thought it was over for me. Until I heard a voice. The voice said,
Just stand up.
I couldn't believe it. God was talking to me. Right when I heard that voice, I was just able to stand up.
Are you all right?
Yes, I am. Wow, God, you sound just like Destiny. Then I heard Destiny chuckling behind me. She was laughing because our hot tub is only 3 feet deep. If you think I can't swim, subscribe. One day, I heard a loud noise downstairs, a big bang. I rushed over and saw Caden literally parkour off the last step. His phone had flown down the stairs and completely died. It was a total loss. I tried everything, charging it, taking it apart, even a please work prayer. But nothing worked. That phone was done. I couldn't let Caden live like an NPC without a phone, so I had to do something. First, I tried turning an old school telephone into a cell phone. That didn't work at all. Then I attempted to make my glasses into a phone. Also a complete failure. By this point, my brain was struggling. But I had one last idea. I grabbed 2 paper cups, drilled a hole in each, and ran a 10-foot string between them, just like the classic cup and string phone. I called Caden over and said, try this. He spoke into the cup, and I could actually hear him. I talked back, and he heard me too. It felt like a genius moment, a total win. Then he looked me straight in the face and said, cool, but how do I play Roblox on this? Should I just give in and buy him a new phone? Let me know in the comments. I was doodling on my glass doors when I suddenly heard my son shout angrily. I asked him what happened and he said his scooter broke. His scooter was the only thing that kept him quiet, so I had no choice but to make a new one. We went to Home Depot and got a wooden dolly. When we got home, he started playing with it but said it needed handlebars, so we went back to the store to get some wood for handlebars, but the wood was too long. I cut it into pieces and used screws to put it together. After attaching the handlebars, Caden said the dolly was too slow. I went back to the store again to buy extra wheels and attach them to the dolly. Then Caden said he couldn't slow down. I was about to take the brakes off his broken scooter when Caden suddenly stopped me. He admitted that his scooter wasn't really broken. He just wanted to build something with me. Comment below a time when all you wanted was your parents' attention. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with building forts. Couch cushions, blankets, chairs, nothing in the house was safe. But one day, I spotted the beam. That long white one high above our living room windows. It had the perfect height, the perfect space. So I got to work. Curtains, check. Pillows? Check. Snacks? Double check. I even set up walkie-talkies around the house so I could hear whenever Dad was coming. That way, all I had to do was pull back the curtains and boom! The living room looked normal again. I slide inside of my creation feeling like I'm in a top secret base. But then I feel something tickle my arm. I look down. Spider! I'm flailing, shaking, doing a full body freak out.
What's going on in here?
Oh my goodness, I'm caught!
Show yourself!
Here I am.
What did I tell you about building force in my house?
Dad, I was putting on a puppet show for you, but he didn't want to hear it.
Stop making me force in my house!
I was recording a song at my house, but as I was singing, I heard another voice coming through the microphone. I stopped the music to hear who was talking, but my dog Snoop was the only one over there. That made me curious. I placed Snoop in front of the microphone and dialed up my auto-tune's humanized setting. I felt a little crazy, but I asked Snoop to say something. Hi. Woo! I went crazy. I understood him, and he could understand me. What's up? I couldn't believe it worked. I felt like a genius. There was so much I wanted to ask him, so I didn't wait. We talked and laughed for hours. I couldn't believe how funny he was. I asked if he had any cat friends, and he said, yup. And then I asked if I was his favorite person. Nope. I couldn't be mad because he was just being honest. Comment below what I should ask Snoop next. I walk outside and immediately notice one dirty spot on my car. It's small, but once I see it, I can't unsee it. I grab the hose, pull it over to my car, and spray it, expecting it to come right off, but it doesn't. I step closer and spray it again. Still nothing. Since water isn't working, I grab car wash spray and start scrubbing the area. I stop and check the spot, and it's still there. Now I'm annoyed, so I have no choice but to grab the leaf blower and try blasting the spot away. I press the trigger, but nothing happens. I look down and realize I forgot the battery. I head back into the garage to grab it, and that's when I spot something even better. A circular saw. At this point, I'm fully committed. Right as I'm getting ready to handle the spot once and for all, I trip over the soap bottle, fall onto the hose, and it turns back on. Water starts spraying everywhere, and now I'm soaked. I stand there dripping, staring at the spot, and finally give up. When I was a kid, my dad had one rule.
Nobody touch my autotune. Don't even look at it.
So one day he leaves the house and I wander into his studio like I'm not breaking 14 rules at once. But then I see the headphones sitting there, glowing, calling my name. I slip them on, walk up to the mic, and start singing. Ooh, ah.
And oh my goodness, I sounded amazing.
I start going crazy. Ooh, ah. Hey, yeah, yeah. But then I see a knob, a shiny silver knob, and it starts speaking to me. Turn me, Desmond. So I turned the knob, thinking I was about to sound real good. But instead, my voice sounds like a broken robot falling down a flight of stairs. So I start twisting the knob even more, but the more I twist, the worse it gets. So I decided to just leave it.
What did I say about touching my autotune?
Oh no! Dad, listen, I can explain. That's when I learned autotune can fix your voice, but it can't save you from a whooping.
Touch my autotune again!